Hey, Bogdan Kopil here, the EdTech coach, and I just wanted to record a quick video tutorial showing you what happens when Google Classroom apparently doesn't create copies for your student assignments. Now, I'm saying apparently because that's not the case, and in most situations, teachers panic when they don't see those assignments, so that's what I'm trying to show you. There's no reason to panic. What do I mean exactly by the assignments not showing up? Let's say I've assigned something to my students, this is the assignment. I wanted to create a copy for every single student, but then when I checked the student work, I noticed that two of my students, namely Remus and Antonio, they do not have their own copies. So that's when I start questioning what I've done. Did I set the sharing settings correctly? Did I forget something? Did I mess up something? And then I go to the instructions and I go to edit and I double check, and indeed it tells me that each student will get a copy. So then I start panicking once again. Why didn't the student get the copy? Because I did share it the right way. Is Google Classroom glitching? And so on and so forth. What I want to tell you is to relax, take a deep breath, and take a step back. When this is happening, and by the way, this is not something new, this was happening for a long time, even before the load on Google Classroom increased tremendously with the distance learning during the COVID crisis, this was still happening even before. I've seen it all over the place while training people around the world, and I want to tell you that there's really no reason to panic. In most cases, the copies will show up once the student will actually open their classroom and they will access this assignment. And to show you how exactly this works, I will now literally log into my student account. I will put both of them in parallel. So on my left hand side, you will see the teacher interface. On the right hand side, you will see the my Mr. Kopil student account. I will go to the classroom. I'll check my assignment, digital citizenship research, right? It's in my Google Classroom, even though on the teacher interface apparently not here, I do have access to it. And then when I actually view the assignment and I open the document, once again, as you can see, I have the document, even though in the teacher interface, it showed like the document would not have been copied. Check what's happening now on the teacher interface. If I do refresh my classroom on the left hand side as a teacher, voila, I will see my student's document, it's there. I didn't have to stress, I didn't have to worry. Please, whatever you do, do not delete the assignment and recreate a new assignment, hoping that that will solve the problem. That will actually cause even more confusion for your students. Why? Because they will see that they have received an assignment that was then deleted, and then they receive another assignment, and that can cause a lot of confusion. Instead, as I said, first of all, check if your student opened the assignment, and only then, if it doesn't show up in your teacher interface, then you will need to troubleshoot with that individual student. Now, I just want to show you something else on the student interface. So this is my student interface. If, let's say, by mistake, the student deleted the assignment, right? So they just literally deleted the assignment. This is another reason for which the document might be missing from your teacher interface. So now let's reload my classroom interface as a teacher. And as you see, the document is gone. Now, no reason to panic once again. Why? Well, first of all, the student, if they've deleted the document by mistake or intentionally, let's say they've totally screwed up their document and they wanted to start from scratch, they can just delete the document, but they can still make a copy of the same template. So if they do delete their document, just tell them, hey, go back to Classroom and click on make a copy. This will actually create a new copy of the same document. And this will also be shown in your Google Classroom interface, teacher interface, and you're good to go. So I'll just add something to this document to show that this is a new copy. I'll say this is the new copy, and voila, if I go back to my classroom interface as a teacher and reload, this document should now show up in my classroom interface. So I do have the document right here. More than that, if I want to see the documents in Google Drive, I can click on the Google Drive folder directly in Classroom. And now let's focus on the teacher interface for a bit. Check what's happening here. I will actually have two documents. One of them will be the new copy, but I will also have the old copy of the document in my Google Drive. So once again, don't panic. Even if the student somehow deletes the document from their classroom interface, the document is still in your Google Drive. You can still find it and you can still see all the documents that the student created. So there we go. Once again, I'm trying to keep this video short. I wanted to reassure you that there's no reason to panic. If you followed all of the steps, you've double checked with the student and they've opened the document, or if they've deleted it, they've added a new one, or you don't find the document in your Google Drive folder, then only it's time for some deeper troubleshooting and maybe panicking later if you cannot manage to find the solution. So hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions. Like the video, share it with other teachers who you think might find it useful, and see you in the next video.